quite often artists will say, they're inspired by the bands, they heard growing up. But like, do you hear new and modern bands and think, oh, I'd like to try something like that?
I mean, I hear bands all the time. I keep up with music constantly. And, I love music. I love listening to music, and I'm constantly on like seeking out new music and new bands. And
Mm.
it's hard. It's hard to find things that are a breath of fresh air, and it's hard to get inspired. But it's out there. It's totally out there. There's a lot of amazing bands, and I still get influenced by modern bands as well as old bands. But I mean, I think just music in general. I think just listening to music just constantly keeps my brain interested in creating music. I'm constantly like wanting to try new things, or just write songs in general. So I think that's always helped.
Has there been any, suppose any band in particular you've been listening to a lot lately and that's kind of rubbed off on you?
That's tough.
Or any kind of genre?
Hey. I mean, I listen to a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
I've been listening to this band Pendulum a lot, which they don't really have any influence on me, but I love them.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're a great band. They're like they're an electro band, but I can't really.
Yeah, one band that's been
Huge
yeah.
influence.
Fair enough.
I
Yeah.
love like Radiohead, Mars Volta, and those bands are always the kind of bands that I always come back to.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of both of those bands. I love Muse. I love a lot of older music, but I mean, as far as new bands, I'm really bad at thinking on the spot.
Oh, that's okay. You mentioned a few there, but no, similar sounds in music are quite unavoidable these days. With so many bands out there.
No, exactly.
With what do you think of artists? Suing other artists. Think it's wise. Is it okay to do that? Like I think Joe Satriani has sued Coldplay over the song "Viva La Vida," but
Yeah, that really aggravated me, to be honest with you.
Right.
I remember reading about that, and I don't know. I mean, it's 2011. Everything's pretty much been done by now.
Yeah.
Unless you're just doing the most off-the-wall shit imaginable. And I think something like that's just stretching for media attention. I mean, even when, because I looked online and you can compare the two songs. It's similar melodies, but it's not a complete rip-off. When you have I-Type Baby and Queen, that's a little different because it's pretty much, it's the exact same thing, but, you can't sue a band because you have something similar. I think that's just, it's pathetic,
Have you ever written a song title or even a riff or something and then you found out someone else has the exact same thing and you've had to change it? Or?
We've definitely had riffs that you're like, oh, that sounds too much like so-and-so, and it's like and with lyrics and song titles, if you think about all the songs have been written, it's just like, even with Pulse, it's like, I know Pink Floyd has a live album called Pulse, but I was like, should I change it because of that? And I was like, well, Pulse really, it fits the record. It's what the record's all about, is, finding yourself, and, it's really what I want. I just felt it felt right for the record, and, it's just one of those things. Things have been done before, and there's a lot of music and lyrics already out there, but I think the key is just pushing yourself and trying to still be creative and do new things without ripping people off. And, it's a hard thing to figure out how to do.
Mm. Now, going back to you made a somewhat electro album called Giles in 2004. You made some rather wacky and fun videos for that. Will you make anything like that for Pulse?
As far as videos?
As far as, something a bit crazy.
I don't know. Pulse is definitely a more serious side,
Okay.
for sure. I don't know. Giles is a weird thing for me. It's one of those things I listen to, and it doesn't feel like it was me at all. I don't even really understand where I was at that moment and what
On drugs or something?
It's a bizarre record, and I don't know. And I think that was like a big goal for me with Thomas Giles record, is that I I feel like I feel like Giles didn't represent who I am at all, and I feel like Thomas Giles totally 100% represents who I am as far as a musician and as a person, you know. And,
Okay.
and I just wanted to really create a record that does that. And I don't know, Giles was crazy. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Fair enough. So, has there been a video made for Pulse? Like,
No, I personally made a kind of studio video for the song Sleep Shake. It's got a lot of studio footage and just close-up shots of me playing. And,
okay.
yeah, that's actually going to come out hopefully later this week. I mean, it's not like a professionally shot video or anything. It's just something I put together. But we haven't really talked about it like a real budget video or anything. I'm not sure the plans.
Fair enough then.
For that or anything.
Now finally, if you were to be stuck on a desert island with only one person, who do you think it would be? The most annoying person you could think of?
The most annoying person?
Yeah. Who's the last person on the world you'd want to be stuck on an island with?
Ooh. Let's see here.
Who do you hate the most?
Such a strong word.
Or irritate maybe.
I don't know, man.
Anyone you see in the media and you're just like, oh god, I'd hate to be stuck on with them.
I mean, as cliche as it is to say, I mean, George Bush would be pretty shitty to be stuck
Yeah,
there with.
that's fine. Should we lock
I'm
in?
trying to think who just bothers the shit out of me. I don't know. I don't
We
really,
can say George Bush if that's what you're going for.
yeah, that's a good one.
I'd be annoyed by him too.
Yeah, a religious figure, maybe.
Just any random priest or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, just a random.
Fair enough. No worries then. And now we'll get you we can choose, or you can choose a song from Pulse. We'll play that on the podcast. Any song in particular? Your favourite at the moment?
I really like the song Sleep Shake, the first song on the record.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that kind of represents the record pretty well. It's upbeat, not too much of a downer.
Fair enough then. We'll go with that then.
Cool, awesome.
All right. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for your time, Tommy. Good luck with the album release and any future touring you do.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
No worries then. And you won't be heading over to the UK anytime soon with Between the Buried?
Yes, we're planning that out right now. We're definitely going to be over this year for sure.
Okay.
So.
That'll be good news then.
Awesome, man. Well, have a good one.
All right, you too, mate. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Bye.
Bye bye.